Oh, can you guys hear me? Hi, folks. Hello. Hi, folks. Happy Wednesday. I almost had to double check my phone there to make sure, but I'm fairly certain it's Wednesday. And thank you so much for being here today. My name is Joanna Brown, and I have the pleasure of being the chair of TechNL. And I'm also the principal sales strategist for a sales enablement company I started called Rivet. So very happy to be here today with you all, and great to be in the Innovation Center today. Really exciting. We are going to get started, but before we kind of start today's session, we're going to start with a land acknowledgement, and we do like to acknowledge and recognize the indigenous peoples of all the lands that we are on today and which we call home. We at TechNL respect the diverse histories and cultures of the Beothuk, the Mi'kmaq, the Innu, and the Inuit of Newfoundland and Labrador. So a few housekeeping items. They always ask me to come up here because I think I point to the exits the best at this point. There are emergency exit protocols. First of all, the main entry point is the door that you came in. There, if you want to gather out there, should there be an emergency, you can gather out that way. Now, the folks of the Innovation Center have been nice enough to not schedule a test today. So if you hear an alarm, it is a real alarm, and please exit this way. You can also exit back through these doors. There is another exit out back, and there's a muster center out there. And then there are also bathrooms to the left of the main doors. So if you go that way, right past there, perfect. Okay, there are bathrooms. So excited to say, and we couldn't say this a month ago, but this is a working day at the Innovation Center, which is awesome. So everyone is here working away, which is great. So we do ask that you kind of stay in this area for today. However, if you are new to the Innovation Center and you would like a tour, we're gonna do a few tours after this. They'll probably just take about 10 or 15 minutes. So we definitely encourage you to take us up on that. We are very proud to show the space. And then, so first of all, I'd like to invite up Florian Viome to kind of kick things off today. One thing I'll say is I just also want to thank everyone who is here today, a bunch of collaborators, supporters, and partners. So if you're in this room, I know that you do a lot to support the tech community and the innovation economy here in Newfoundland. So thank you for being here. And we're going to kick things off with Florian, the CEO of TechNL. So Florian, please head on up.
All right, bonjour, good morning. Very excited to be here. Welcome to the Innovation Center, and very excited to have you here for these announcements. So for those of you who may not be aware, TechNL is a non-profit membership association that serves a collective voice representing our members in the tech sector in Newfoundland and Labrador. Our purpose is to enable a thriving innovation economy with a vision to become the most sought-after Canadian tech sector, globally recognized for collaborative community, diversity, and quality of life. Along with raising awareness of the sector, TechNL operates programs and services that serve the growth of the tech sector, including the project that we are here to talk about today, the High School Tech Internship Program, which is part of our talent development initiatives. As an organization, in the last 18 months in particular, TechNL has exponentially increased our programming and as a result increased our positive impact on the tech sector. To give you an idea of just some of the work that has been happening over the last year, we expanded our project portfolio from $4 million to $40 million. We launched the 32.5 Find Your Future in Tech program to train and upskill more than 3,000 Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. The Ready Talent team promoted the tech sector to more than 18,000 job seekers. We engaged 1,600 high school students across the province. And last month, we opened the Co-Innovation Center, which is a hub for tech excellence and the first of its kind here in the province. And finally, if you have traveled on Air Canada in June, you might have seen our Tech is Making Wave in Newfoundland and Labrador video on your flights. And I like to say it's a non-skippable video, so you have to watch it as many times as you want. And we got great messages from all over the world from people watching this video and hearing about the tech sector here. We are so grateful to the initial support from the Atlantic Canada Opportunities Agency and the Provincial Departments of Immigration, Population Growth and Skills, who helped us to initially establish the high school tech immersion program. Over the past 3 years, we have seen considerable interest in the program with almost 900 participants, which clearly indicates the need for more opportunities for students to be engaged in the tech sector. Thanks to the support from industry students across Newfoundland and Labrador, they are now able to have this unique experience working in tech. And this year's employers include Big Land Networks, Block Lab, Carnegie Learning, Co-Innovation Center, ExxonMobil, Estia, Jack, M5, SLB, Verafin, and Virtual Marine. Let's give them a big round of applause for supporting our youth in the province. We have had an ongoing dialogue with staff from the Albania Management and Development Company for a number of years now, and when they became interested in inspiring high school students for a career in technology, it rapidly became obvious that a partnership with the high school tech immersion programs will allow us to do exactly that and scale the impact of the program. Today is a celebration of an exciting partnership for both organizations, and most importantly, for the opportunities it creates for youth throughout the province. Thank you to Hibernia Management and Development Company for making it possible. I'm now excited to introduce the amazing Susan Kelly, the Manager, Youth Education and Career Development at TechNL, and the incredible person behind our high school tech immersion program. Susan has been steadily growing this program over the past 3 years, and under her leadership, we have seen tech employers benefit from participating in the program and seeing the tech sector through the fresh eyes of high school students. I've also seen students thrive by learning about the opportunities in our tech sector, but more importantly, seeing themselves as confident and contributing members in our tech ecosystem. I now welcome Susan to the stage to tell us more about the high school tech immersion programs and the fabulous work happening with youth, industry, and supporters.
Oh, it's a big day, really excited. Thanks for coming, everyone. And thank you, Florian, thank you, Joanna, and thank you, Hibernia and ExxonMobil. So I am Susan Kelly. I'm the Manager of Youth Education and Career Development with TechNL. Among the work I do to engage high school students in the tech sector and expose them to different career paths, the High School Tech Immersion Program is the biggest piece of that puzzle. It's a unique work integrated learning opportunity for grade 10, 11, and 12 students across the province. And they gain real life work experience, they gain technical skills training and networking within the program to help foster their interest in tech and tech roles. So it's a paid internship program. Students attend 2 weeks of training, and then they go on to work with a sponsor company. So thankful to our sponsor companies this year and the past 3 years for giving these students amazing work experiences, as they are only in grade 10, 11, and 12. Some of these kids are just getting their first job and they're walking into Verafin, or they're walking into SLB, or they're walking into Carnegie Learning. It's a pretty spectacular thing. So big, huge thanks. Without our sponsor employers, we could not do this. Additionally, we provide workshops and networking opportunities for students so that they can see career pathways that they might not have noticed or known about before. The program is primarily for students who have not yet decided about their career pathway. So students who are kind of wondering about what they're going to do after high school, or what they're going to do within their high school time, what courses to take. We want to inspire them and encourage them to see themselves in tech. We know that there's both technical and non-technical roles, so within this program, students are matched with either marketing, business development, customer success roles, so the non-technical side, but then of course also matched with software development, engineering, robotics, all that kind of cool stuff on the tech side as well. So we're really trying to appeal to students of any kind of interest area. We've had 90 students go through the program so far, so 2021 to 2024, and we just are welcoming our newest group of students. There's 39 of them. Within the group today, in the audience, there's some current students. If you want to raise your hand, I see you right in the front. We've had students who did the program in 2021. We're so happy to have Russell here to support the program. And there's students here from 2021 and 2022-23 as well. So representing the last 3 years and the current year. Really excited for them to come, so thankful for them accepting my forceful invitation. So we've had students from all across the province, so we really are aiming to foster an inclusive environment and show that tech can be done from anywhere. We welcome students from all different backgrounds, abilities, and identities, and we also work with a diversity partner to help lead that as well, to create an inclusive environment for the students to come and learn. So throughout the program, they've learned skills such as coding, software development, 3D printing, 3D modeling, animation, game development, marketing, customer management, sales pitches, all those fun sorts of things. They've also gained considerable soft skills. So these students are just being nurtured into what they're going to become after high school. They're learning collaboration skills, communication skills, relationship building. They're thinking about creative problem solving and a myriad of other things. So this is really a well-rounded program, and I've seen that firsthand from our students go through the program. After the program, we've seen students go on to engineering faculty, to the business faculty, to go on to diploma programs at the colleges, computer science. Some students go away for school. We hope they'll come back. And it's just really amazing to see that longevity of the program. So, tying things up, I promise. Giving our youth the opportunity to learn in such a creative, empowering environment has the potential to change the trajectory of our student participants' lives. We've heard firsthand accounts that this program has made an impact on students' confidence levels, on their ability to see themselves in tech, and has really changed the way that they think about going forward in their schooling and career pathways. We also get to witness the amazing and passionate professionals that work with these students. I can speak for the tech sector. Everyone's really excited about their job. They love talking about it. They love sharing things about it. So when you give them a small high school student, they're really happy to share that passion with them, and we see that all the time. So as a former teacher, I used to be a classroom teacher. It's really impactful for me to see these transformations happening and see it from this lens and this viewpoint. The students are showing eagerness to learn, they're dedicated, they're super smart, like scary smart, and they're curious. So we are just so happy to have the support from HMDC for the continuation of that and giving students more opportunities in the future. So thank you.
Thank you, Susan. And I'm so glad you mentioned, because Susan is so passionate about what she does, and it's incredible to see the impact from an educator who's come into the world of Tech and L and really made her mark with this program. So thank you, Susan. Next, we want to invite up Duncan Fitzpatrick, who is the president of Hibernia. And one thing I'll say is that when you're leading the charge on these types of initiatives, thank you so much for taking that leap with us, and for it's just going to be an incredible impact. So thank you, and Duncan, please, we'd love to hear from you.
All right, good morning, everybody. How are you doing out there today? Thank you, Joanna, and appreciate being here with you to be able to join in the celebration for Tech NL's high school Technology Immersion program, which my industry would immediately turn into an acronym. So, first of all, I'm delighted to be here and joining you today for this announcement and joining the celebration. Thank you, Joanna, for having me here. And thank you, Susan, for being able to share your story around how this program is impacting students across the province. It's very inspiring, and we're looking forward to hearing from one of your students, I think, a little bit later on this morning. So, as Joanna mentioned, my name is Duncan Fitzpatrick. I am the president of the Hibernia Management and Development Company, and thrilled to be with you here today. As you may know, HMDC is a longtime supporter in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics programs in the province as part of our broader research and development strategy to be able to give back to the province, as well as to be able to foster innovation and creativity right here in Newfoundland and Labrador. The energy industry thrives on technology and innovation, and as part of our program, we're looking to really inspire and motivate the next generation by being able to foster their interests in science, technology, and digital. We think they'll be able to create exciting possibilities for the future, both for our industry as well as for the students themselves. We expect the investment in this Tech Immersion program to be able to create energy in fields which are essential to the ongoing development of Newfoundland and Labrador, as well as be able to really create energy for the students moving forward and in skills which are essential to our department and to our industry. And now for the fun part. On behalf of HMDC, I'm very proud to be able to share that HMDC will be contributing $1.8 million to the high school Tech Immersion program. Yeah. 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 And I think with that, that's probably the mic drop moment for me. I'll turn the back over to Joanna. Thank you very much, and I'll be joining you a coffee on the break. Thank you.
That is amazing. And Duncan, what a mic drop. I got to come back up after that. That is so great. So, I mean, $1.8 million is a significant investment, and one thing that we saw a total alignment in is just what Duncan mentioned about wanting to foster that growth in Newfoundland and Labrador, and what does that look like. So at TechNL, we firmly believe that the way forward to growth and acceleration in our economy is through an innovation-driven economy, and this is one step forward, a big step forward. So, you know, we look at it in terms of what are the near-term impacts that can be made, and I asked Susan before we got up here, when do they start? And she said, next Thursday. So very soon, immediate impact, but also that long-term. So we're looking at students from grade 10 to 12 and having that opportunity to get real hands-on experience in what that looks like for the next 3 years. I mean, that is the perfect balance to me between the near term and the long term, and how do you, you know, move things forward. So, so excited to see this program come to fruition. The other part of that funding is going to go towards a makerspace here in the Innovation Center where folks can come in, and so it's going to be built for students, but of course everyone can kind of come in and see it, and the ability to have hands-on, the ability to actually, you know, be in a space where you can collaborate with folks, where you can get support, and where you can try things out. So together, those two things are very exciting. So just one more huge round of applause for Hibernia for leading the way on this. Next up, of course, this also cannot occur unless we have companies who are willing to invite students in and create that environment for them, because we want this to be a really great opportunity for them as well. And so I'd like to invite up Hassan Hai, who is on our TechNL board. He has become a friend, and he is also the VP at Carnegie Learning. So come on up, Hassan.
Good morning, everyone. Great to be here, very exciting. So I'm told I have 4 minutes. That can either be 2 minutes or 3.5 hours of talking, so let me just try to aim for 4 here and cut it in the middle. So Carnegie Learning is a Newfoundland and Labrador-based, headquartered educational technology or EdTech company. So we're pleased to employ about 40 staff here in this province and about 20 scattered throughout Canada. And we work in education, so it's very important for us in a personal and professional level to engage youth and create and help nurture a talent pipeline and create opportunities for work and types of work that may not otherwise seem accessible. As a Pakistani immigrant from a Muslim family, having grown up in Canada as well, have firsthand personal experience of not seeing myself represented in other spaces and quite literally not knowing certain opportunities were available. So the high school tech immersion program is a perfect pairing of, or an opportunity to create opportunities for youth who may otherwise never, as was mentioned earlier, may not see themselves represented or may not see opportunities for someone with their identity in particular to be in certain spaces. Since 2021, Carnegie Learning has welcomed an annual cohort of high school interns, high school students from all over Newfoundland and Labrador for an opportunity to obtain meaningful training and work experience in the NL Tech sector. This year, we're excited to be welcoming our 4th cohort, and it'll bring it up to 14 or 15, I gotta do the math again here, total students over the last 4 years. So these students from diverse backgrounds and regions from NL have been provided meaningful work experience in an educational technology or ed tech sector. During their time with us, we've done our best to provide an immersive and authentic work experience for them all, linking them each with their own supervisor, including them all in all work and social events, activities, meetings, including endless dad jokes and discussions about office shawarma pits, etc., and giving them real and meaningful work. So no photocopying, stapling, or making coffee for the team. They're engaged in meaningful work tasks. Over the years, we've also expanded the teams who welcomed high school interns. Initially, our QA, or Quality Assurance team, welcomed the first couple cohorts, and they were worked in the, as part of our game development cycle. Since then, we've expanded to many other teams, including sales and marketing, game dev, or game development, game design, design and UX, as well as our art team. So what's been really wonderful year over year is an opportunity as we get the list of candidates from Susan. It also lists what their interests are and what they're interested in doing. And as we've evolved and matured, we've been able to really thoughtfully look at, okay, who are the incoming students here and where can we match them to provide really meaningful experiences based on and paired with what they're interested in as well. So year over year, as a result of the hard work from the Tech NL team, we've also seen an increase in gender and racial diversity of the candidates, of the interns. Let me assure you, when they come to us, we take all of them. So when we get our list, we take everyone here, which is also reflective of the changing and evolving demographic of this beautiful province in Newfoundland and Labrador. The feedback from participants has consistently, I'm going to start this over again here. Our feedback from participants consistently has shared that they have enjoyed working with us, but also being included in all meaningful activities. Everything from team meetings to brainstorming to innovation, not just task-oriented on, hey, do this, do this. What are your opinions? What are your thoughts? And being involved in research and development have given them a really full cycle experience in work. One of my favorite stories, I know I'm probably at around 3 hours now talking, so I'll wrap it up quickly here, is that one former high school intern, about a month or so after their experience wrapped up, reached out to me through LinkedIn and asked for help in a scholarship recommendation letter. And we talked about the opportunities of work experience, but also the networking here. So a cajillion years ago when I was in high school, the thought of reaching out to a senior executive of any company and asking for anything was just incomprehensible. But creating opportunities here where we have flat organizations where you as a high school intern can come in and you are a valued member and contributor of that organization, but that relationship persists beyond the work term experience. So reach out to that president or VP or manager and say, hey, can you do me a solid? Because the answer is going to be yes. So I'll just wrap it up here. So why is this important to us? So qualified and interested candidates for tech jobs are not created in a vacuum. Providing youth opportunities to dip their toes in the tech ecosystem helps them affirm that they, regardless of location, background, or identity, can do anything. They can work in world-class international organizations, which I can assure you are right here in Newfoundland and Labrador. The high school tech internship program is not just an expense or a nice to have. It is a critical investment in the youth of this province and opening them up for future opportunities that they may not have otherwise considered. So thank you, Susan, and the whole Tech NL team for running this program and making this possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hassan, and that was right on. And Hassan also particularly is just one of those leaders in the community who is very inclusive by nature and very welcoming to advancing, so I can't think of a better company to be one of the folks spearheading this. Okay, up next, I think what we're all waiting for is to hear from a student who has been through this program. So in 2023, Wafa Zaralin started this program, and we would love to hear from Wafa around her experiences. So please join us on stage. I'm just a very tall human. Sorry, here you go.
That's okay. So, hi everyone, my name is Wafa Zarlin, and I recently finished grade 11 at Holy Heart of Mary High School. But today I'd like to take you back to the summer after my 10th grade year, where I had the amazing opportunity to participate in the high school tech immersion program. And this program originally piqued my interest because we were able to gather hands-on job experience into the tech industry, as well as an informational program where we were able to learn about STEM. And in the future, I would like to pursue a career in engineering, so I thought that this was the perfect way to gain insight into the tech industry. So the structure of this program consisted of working with Pinwa, one of the mentors, in the morning, and our designated work placements in the afternoon. So with Pinwa, we learned the basics of technologies. For example, well, to list off a few: web development, digital art, project management, online safety, game design, social media and marketing, career advancement, and podcast essentials. And we also learned coding using HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. And I know that's a handful, but the afternoons were spent at our designated companies where we could see how technology is applied into the real-world settings. I worked at SLB, where I gained valuable insights into the drilling processes for oil and gas and how these are essential for fuel production. We also got to visit the workshops and look at these processes in person, so that was also a really cool experience. Additionally, I would like to give a huge thanks to Ms. Jackie French and the entire SLB team, whose kindness and enthusiasm really made my first job experience both educational and enjoyable. And at first, I was pretty nervous into going to a first job for the first time, but they were really supportive and welcoming, and it really made me feel better about workplace settings, and I gained confidence while also learning more about the tech industry. To conclude my speech, I believe that the high school tech immersion program has been a very valuable first step into my journey in STEM, and it reinforced my interest for my love of the tech industry and finding technology that could help the environment. And completing this program really opened up new doors for me as well. And I was so inspired that I continued to participate in STEM-related activities outside of school. To list off a few things, I enrolled in a WISE NL internship, which I'll actually be starting today. And I also joined my school robotics team, where we went to World Championships, and we just got back from that 2 days ago, which is really cool. And without the high school tech immersion program, I wouldn't have had these opportunities open up to me. So, to end off my speech, I just want to give a huge thanks to TechNL and all the sponsors for making this possible for us.
Wafa Zalrlin, put her on your LinkedIn. Doing amazing things, and thank you, so eloquent, great job, and really great to hear about your experiences. So that essentially concludes the portion of today. However, I just want to take one more chance to thank so much all the sponsors and the companies who are also contributing, and also to Susan and the TechNL staff who have made this possible. We would love to have anyone who just presented come up for a few pictures, and also there are refreshments, I believe, back there. Okay, lovely, okay. And so there are refreshments back here, so please stick around for a little bit. And again, if you'd like to have an Innovation Center tour, I believe we're signing up out on the back as well. So coffee and sign up on the back, amazing. It will be a coffee tour. And yes, thank you again so much, everyone, for coming. Appreciate you all. Thank you. So if I could get Wafa and Duncan and Hassan and Susan all up to the front, that would be amazing.